In this video, you're going to see a great example of a smart Alpha Sow. She's the one in the front. The whole sounder will follow her whichever way she goes. Again, as I've said before in some of my other videos, if you take her out, the rest of the group gets confused and they're usually easy pickings. This sow had been coming out of that tree line where there's a small creek back there, and I'd seen them on several occasions, but she always goes through the cattle. She'll weave her way through the field using the cattle as cover. Then they cross the ranch road and go into the hay fields where they haven't been cut yet, so they're still too tall for me to see them. After seeing her take this path for several days, I finally found her weakness. She was crossing the road at the same spot every day. So as soon as the sun went down, I set up and I waited. It took about 45 minutes. I was actually fixing to leave when I saw him come out. Another thing you'll notice here is this is black hot. You'll see several of these hogs look white. They had been laying, they still had the water on them from back in the creek, and it makes them look cooler in the thermal. Now here they are, they're leaving the cattle, and she's checking the wind. I'm actually sitting in the lawn chair right in the middle of the road. She's sniffing and she's looking, and then she'll make a break for the fence line. When she gets to the fence line, you'll see how high the grass is. The grass is that high for probably 300 yards once you pass the road here. You see how she disappears into that tall grass. You'll see her ears every once in a while, but that's about it. I mean, the grass is so thick this year and so tall from all the rain. And I'm going to take her out here, right here on the ranch road. As you see, the piglets kind of scatter. I'd already made up my mind that I was just going to kill her, because I have some people coming out to hunt with me in 2 weeks, and I wanted to have some easy targets. There's another hog that just sits there that could have been easily taken out. Now these guys happened to run back through the cows again, but as they cleared the other side, they had 100 yards to run easy, so I could have taken out several more. Again, I was saving them for targets for when the people come in a couple of weeks. They're in some taller grass right there. You can see the tops of their backs. With the PVS, I think they would have been hard to see, but the thermal, you could still see them. And when I come back over to her piglets had come back to her. I was thinking about shooting some of the piglets. I usually try to wipe them out and get several with one shot, and a lot of times they'll come back several times, but I decided to let them live. And at first here I was feeling a little bit bad, watching them there with their dead mom. And I thought they were feeding off of her. Well, they were feeding off of her, but it wasn't her milk they were feeding on. They were licking up her blood and the pieces of tissue that blew out the other side when the 120 SST exited. So no, they're not drinking milk, they're licking up the blood. So I kind of lost all compassion for them after that point. But I did not shoot them. They'll be targets for next week. I'm just walking up to them. I was concerned there may be a boar that would come in and try to protect her, so I kept looking off to the side here. what I ended up doing is they scattered. I threw a couple of rocks at them. One of the sows actually came back after I turned off the recorder and gathered them all up, and they ran off with one of the sows back into the creek. So I'm sure they were back either later that night or the next day following the same path. But now the smart one's taken out and they should be easy pickings. Hope y'all enjoyed the video.